Like, am I sharing too much about building in public?
My name is Nomiki. I'm the founder of Theana.
Everyone should go and watch that original creator's video because she talks about how she's building a company from scratch and also in public for women tech founders. But I think this is a lesson that's applicable for literally any entrepreneur. And if this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, my name is Nina. I'm the general partner of the Agora Fund, which invests in emerging creatives in film, fashion, and art. So in that original video, the creator was talking about how she's building this platform and she's actually just sharing her real-time thoughts and feelings and questions she has, just because you see it all the time with other male founders of them kind of building in public and talking through their process, but she never really saw anyone that was a woman building in public, sharing their thoughts, their opinions, their feelings while developing something incredible. And she also hits on the point of she's actually learned a lot through watching other people talk about their process, learn from their mistakes, and how they plan to pivot or proceed. And I actually think that every creative, every founder, every artist, every entrepreneur should be doing this, quite frankly. And I honestly could be doing more of this as well, of sharing how my thoughts and opinions are shaping certain decisions, what I've tried before, and what hasn't worked and what has worked. Because I think it's always great to come online, share your process, but also be the representation for others and the inspiring individual by just nature of you getting online and talking about what you're doing. Um, Helps others realize, like, hey, like, I can do this too. And wow, like, it makes the light bulb go off in someone else's brain to just get started, which is like my shtick over here. It's also extremely validating for other founders to actually see other people talk about their experiences, especially the things that they're kind of like, damn, I can't figure this out, and to be able to talk about it online. And sometimes I go and see other founders talk about the things that they're struggling with, and then I see an answer to something I'm struggling with in the comments. So I think it's extremely helpful when people talk about what they're doing and how they're feeling online. It's just also validating because it just reminds you that you're not entirely alone in your process of creating your little empire, your amazing business, an app, your artwork, whatever it is. It's just kind of nice that, like, in that moment when your community may not be full of entrepreneurs or anyone who's really like known how to do this before, to feel just a little bit more empowered and a little less alone, and to just encourage them to keep going, just by you showing up online. And I think as women, we do this thing of just like being perfectionists at everything we do because society kind of demands that out of us. But the name of the game in terms of like business, love, and anything that you want to be long standing, you just go out there and put yourself out there, test and fail as many times as possible, be vulnerable, and a breakthrough will always, always happen. I think the main takeaway is to really just keep showing up for yourself each and every day, and that vulnerability is, in fact, a strength in all facets of life. Because you never know who you're actually inspiring and motivating on the other end of the camera. And also, for every like one hater, there's at least like 10 people rooting for you to win. So never do something and to prove haters wrong. Always do things to prove your support system right, because they're right.